Hello everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today's makeup tutorial I'm going to do for you is using some new products that I bought. This is Nars eyeshadow in Dione. This one is in Subra. I bought a few colours anyway, and I really want to give them a go. I thought they were really pretty. And then I also bought this from Mercier, which is a violet gel liner. And I really like the Mercier liners. Whether I use that, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to have some fun with makeup. I actually got in at 8 o'clock this morning to get this video done. I've been ready all day, but so many obstacles have stopped me from actually getting in here, and it's now 11:15. And I was like, I just wanted to get it done and be productive. Whew. Let's start. Firstly, I'm going to take a little bit of Illamasqua skin-based foundation. I'm going to use that on an expert face brush because I want it to have a good amount of coverage. Colour looks a little bit yellow on me, but let's wear it in and see how long, whether it goes a little bit less yellow as it's worn in. If you do find that you have a foundation that when you put it on it's the wrong kind of undertone, you know, if you wear a powder you can always powder over it with the right colour undertone and it will help to even it out. So what I'm saying is if you've got a warm undertone to your skin and the foundation that you put on is really quite yellow and it's noticeably yellow, just go over it with a slightly pinker powder. Next I'm going to take a shading brush and a little bit of water. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this Nars eyeshadow. This one's called Himalia. Right, I've put a little bit of water on my brush. I'm taking a bit of it off before I dip it into the product. Mixed with water it will be much stronger and denser. Almost gives like a glossy finish. Take that all the way over the eyelid. Hardly need any water with this, guys. Now most eyeshadows can be used with water, but what I would say is if it's an eyeshadow that you're unsure about, just use a very small amount of it, because they can, if they're really hard, they can make the rest of the eyeshadow unusable. A bit like if you've got oily skin and you use a powder over and over with the same puff, the oils transfer on the powder and make it hard, so you can't actually use the product anymore. So if you keep it to one corner, then the rest is still easy to be able to use and won't dry out. I'm just going to warn you, I'm not sure if it's my camera, but I feel like it keeps going darker. So I'm going to keep focusing it and hopefully it won't go dark. But actually when it's not too bright you can see the makeup a bit better, so fingers crossed it will work out in our benefit. So I'm then going to take a little bit of Dione. I'm going to get a slightly smaller brush. I'm just taking it from the corner still. I think I might put that in there. Well, that's a nice colour, isn't it? I'm going to go in with Subra in the water again. And I've taken I'm taking a shading brush this time. I want to do that under the eye. I want to do it quite thick under the eye, a bit like if you've been watching X Factor or UK X Factor, Cheryl's had it quite thick under the eye. The eyeshadow. Take my 217 and buff that, because even though I'm working with wet products I want them to buff in so they're soft. Wetting them just makes them denser. Take that on the outer corner of the eye. And then softly blend that in. I'm going to go in with that again, wet, just over the top afterwards so we can get that even stronger. But soften it as I go. Filming this video in advance because I'm going to America. Not that I don't love going to America, but I really don't love leaving my kids and my husband. And then I get back and it's Harry's birthday, yay! 3 years old. Who would have thought that, eh? 3 years old, how fast has that gone? For those of you that watched when I was pregnant, through Harry and through Edie. Time flies. That was my granddad saying, tempus fugit. Which means time flies. My granddad used to restore, he's passed away now, bless his soul. He used to restore, or make actually, grandfather clocks. So I've got one in my house. And yeah, on all of them he'd sign it, his name, and then it would say tempus fugit through it. And it does fly. Okay, so just keep blending and building. And then just choose what sort of shape suits your eyes. I'm going to just take a clean brush. I might take a little bit of this without the water. Just in there. So I add a bit of depth. They're really nice colours, aren't they? Okay, so the dilemma of my day carries on. The video camera just froze, and the memory card said it was full, so I just went to try and import it, and then it wasn't finding this video. Oh, it's just been one of those days. So now it is 1:45 and I'm going to carry on with the video. Luckily it's just still stayed in place, the makeup exactly the same, so we can just carry on from where we left off. What shall I use? I think I will use, shall I use this or shall I do them sharp? I think I'll use Uemura brow pencil. I think the brows need to be, I don't know how they need to be, let's just play. Right, so colouring the brows, and then I'm taking my spoolie and just running them through so it keeps them soft at the same time. And I like to brush them up so I can see a bit of the hairs. Then I'm going to take my Eyeko brow gel. I have about 5 of these because I love it so much. My brows are so not even. I hate when people say, brows are sisters, not twins. I don't want my brows to be sisters. I want them to be identical twins. I want them to be exactly the same on either side. You normally find the brow that you sleep on, the side that you sleep on, kind of sits differently. The hairs grow different, it sits different. More brow gel on that one. A little scar in that brow. I think that stops my brows underneath growing. Right, now I've got my brows on, I can kind of see the shape. I'm going to take a little bit of this Dione one and just run that down there. Actually, that's a bit pewtery colour, that one. And then take my 217 that I've been using just to buff that. Don't know how I feel about that, actually. Change your plan, change your plan. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Right, let me swap for a little bit of MAC Vanilla Pigment through there. I'm going to just put it over the top, I think. Yeah, that's just lifted it. Nice. Pop a little bit of that there as well. Next I'm going to go in with a little bit of my Violet Laura Mercier gel liner, and I'm going to use a Louise Young LY24B because it's a really fine. I want this to be super duper fine. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to prefer this without it. Sometimes it can be a step too far, can't it? So just making that a little bit thicker, I'm going to take a tiny bit under here as well, just to make the colour darker really. I won't know until I put mascara on. Now I brought my own mascara in, which is Bobbi Brown. This is Smokey Eye Mascara. I love this. I found it, I used it the other day for the first time and I couldn't believe how amazing it was. The thing I like about it is it makes your lashes look super long. The thing I don't love so much about it is it's not that buildable. If you try and build it, it just goes a little bit dry. So if you want long lashes separate, I'd say it's great. If you want really buildable, It's probably not so great. Let me put some on the bottom lashes and then I'm going to decide whether I want to go dark inside the eye as well. I think it might be lovely without it being dark inside the eye. So inside the eye I'm actually going to take this Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in Scorch. So it's almost like a slightly goldy tone. So I'm going to repeat that the other side. I kind of don't explain things when I don't know what I'm doing very well, so I'm going to try and explain it to you while I'm doing it. So I'm just running the liner really fine, right the way along the lash line. If you want to recreate this look, this bit is very optional. Well, the whole thing's optional. Do what you want. Have fun with makeup. And I'm just running it a little bit thicker just in this corner, just to make that all appear a little bit darker. Just a little bit under the eye as well. Then on the inside of the eye I have got a little bit of Urban Decay Scorch. And then go back in with my vanilla. Quite strong. There. Right, then in with the bit of concealer I have got, oh, mascara would help. Then in with my mascara. On top and bottom. Right, I've then got this Eyeko Liquid Metal in Rose Gold. I don't know if it will even show, but I want to put it on the kind of ends. With my mascara. Just on the bottom lashes, just to make it look a bit fun. Okay, conceal. I have got Studio Finish Concealer. I'm going to take that on a domed shadow brush and just have a good clean up. Anywhere that needs a bit of coverage. I can tell you that actually from using those eyeshadows wet, I haven't used them dry, so I'm not sure they did not, whether they do it when they're dry, they did not fall down at all. Right, I'm going to powder that into place, and I have got Studio Fix powder. God, my brain isn't working. And a multitask brush, and I'm going to just push that onto the skin. So this is an NW, this powder, which means it's slightly pinker. So hopefully will stop me looking quite as yellow. A little bit of Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. This one is in medium 2, just a tiny amount. And then I might use a little bit of this Petal Power mineralised blush from MAC with the same brush. On the lips I'm going to use a little bit of Bobbi Brown Ballet Pink. So there you have the finished kind of mess around with the products I bought. Oh, should I put lashes on? I think I kind of should, shouldn't I? Let me put lashes on. I'm going to put a pair of these Sarah G lashes on with it. So there you have the finished look with products that I've recently bought. Hope you've enjoyed that, guys. I really enjoyed doing it. Sorry if I didn't talk through as much as normal, but I was just lost in the makeup. Hope you have a lovely day, evening, whatever you're doing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care.